Okay, thank you.
So for the new people, so basically we are deploying application, but for that we are currently into infra deployment phase. So we have basically designed a two architecture. Like we are thinking of using a two kind of services like this ECS based deployment and then EKS based deployment. We are thinking for like deploying any application. So it's nothing but we discussed about VPC, like how networking works in AWS. So there is a service named VPC. Then you use VPC and basically you have a pool of IPs, and then you by forget that and you need to basically deploy or cut subnets. So there are we'll create two public subnets and then few private subnet, like I believe two private subnet, and then more two private subnet for your database to deploy. So this architecture basically will look practically how you use or how you implement. There is a doc I have created, like uh, I'm not going that much deep because uh, like majority of people, I believe, we have gone through uh, very deep inside how you create a VPC, how you create subnet or CIDRs. But the newcomer, basically, you can go and watch the recorded sharing. Like the recordings, I have explained everything in deep, like how you create VPC, how you cut CIDR, how you create subnet, and how you cut CIDR. But practically, we'll do today. So, like, it's not like that you will not get anything else, like anything, any understanding of how things are working. So, let me do. Uh, so there is a doc I have created, cider design. So in this architecture, we will create a VPC of this pool and public subnet, which will be distributed in two availability zone. And also I have mentioned uh, like each subnet is nothing but 4,000 IPs it will contain, and then the starting and the ending subnet like cider range and the uh, like and so on, everything like is well documented. You just go and copy paste this thing, but this thing will be helpful for those guys who have listened or like have watched me in the previous session. They can relate this thing more like easily. But if someone has some doubt while I am provisioning the resource, he or she can ask the question. So let's start with the creation of VPC. Hmm, so I have AWS account here. So you can go here and you can search VPC and you just click this and you will get into this service. You need to select this and you need to select the region. Currently, I am using this Virginia region. So now you just go here and click VPC, and there are more options are there. VPC and more. Basically, this is nothing but a pre-configured thing, but we are going with the manual way because we want to learn everything from scratch. So let's uh, s- uh, test name this as testing VPC, and then side ranges I have given this. Then you go here default, and there is nothing you have to do. You just go down below and create VPC. Now that you have created the VPC, we need to cut subnet, and let's divide this thing. So now this is your VPC is created, and by default the default route table is there. Now The second thing you need to create is this subnet. You go here and you create. Now you have to choose this subnet, like VPC, where you want to deploy your subnet. Let's name this as public 01. Then you need to choose availability zone. The availability zone concept I have told you earlier in the earlier section, but if someone has any doubt here, like you guys can ask. I believe
Yeah,
there are few people are there who are like uh, who are attending first time. So till this, you guys have any doubt, you can ask any like question.
yeah, guys, you can ask questions like whatever doubts coming into your mind, just ask it. Just try to make this session very interactive, you know. If any doubt, any suggestion, anything, just try to just say it in the.
Deepak,
Yeah.
availability zone, should it be the same where our actual VPC has been created, or it can be any availability zone?
No. So any other question? I will get back to you. Any
Yeah,
other?
Yes, Deepak, Rahul
Rahul,
here.
yeah.
So,
Rahul.
as a DevOps engineer, do I need to have a understanding how many IPs will be, will be needed to create the project, or it will be given by the architect? How is the
It will be
process?
it will be given by the architect, but yeah, you need to know like what is subnet and how to cut the CIDR.
And
Okay,
also, as a DevOps, you should also know that the what resources I'll be like using in my infra, right? So as per that, IP you should know like what should be the range of that. So yeah.
okay, thank you.
Hmm.
Coming to the question. So here you can see here there are list of regions are there. So this is nothing but North Virginia, and Mumbai has two regions. This Mumbai region and I believe Hyderabad region is there. Uh, Currently, it is not showing here because this is a free tier account. That's why. But India has two region. This Mumbai and Hyderabad region. So basically, you have we have like in all over the globe now. There are POPs or there are data centers of AWS present in all over the globe. So this is nothing but region. Let's say if you talk about this Mumbai region. If you go much more, let's say this is Mumbai region. In Mumbai region also to maintain high availability because in to maintain a high availability kind of setup, they have deployed multiple data center in Mumbai too. Suppose this is somewhere I don't know like cities of Mumbai, but somewhere city they have deployed this the cluster of data center, and somewhere around another city they have deployed this, and this is nothing but multi-AZ setup. So you will see the Mumbai region is they define as AP South like this thing, but when you go much more deeper into availability zone, this will define as AP South 1A, and this is nothing but AP South 1B. Okay, this is your Mumbai region, whole Mumbai region, and this is nothing but your clusters of data center, which are there in some data center of some city, like any city of Mumbai. AP South 1C. Oh, sorry, this 1C. Yeah, this thing. So let's say if that city, the whole city data center goes down, still you have this availability zone running. That's why we chose to create a setup of multi-availability zone setup. Here you can say this is nothing but your AZ1 and this is AZ2. If this AZ goes down, still your workload is or application is running in this availability zone. So, uh, coming to your question, you choose one region, and in that region, you choose availability zone. So this is US East 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D till 1F. And here you can see this is US East 1, and the bifurcation is here. I believe you got your answer.
Yes,
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 no.
got it.
Hmm,
So that
great.
is basically for the DR and HA, like with those two different data centers, we are just like storing our this resources.
Okay, let's go and create this public 01, and then I have defined a CIDR of this. Here you can see calculated the IP 4000 IP. Still, if someone, I'm pretty much sure you guys have this uh, doubt about this CIDR, just go to the previous recording and watch that. I have explained that thing in much more deep, uh, like how this thing is happening. It will be like you will get like it will be much like uncomfortable for you guys like at the first point, but as soon as like as you start going and doing hands-on on this, you will be like much more comfortable with this side, and it is not there's no such rocket scientist there. But you need to understand this thing. No need to memorize this. There is a CIDR calculator is there, but fundamentally you need to be sure like what you are doing is correct or not. The concept you need to know, the rest this calculator can do. So I have defined this CIDR range. So this CIDR range will start from nothing but from here to here. Okay. Now let's start and create this public 01. So now this is created. Now let's create another one like this one, another availability zone. You go in the testing VPC. Let's create public 02. Like you can name anything. Like the first one I have created in 1 and second one I am creating in 1B. And what will be your CIDR? Your CIDR start with this. If someone like in the previous session, you guys know like if this is the if you cut CIDR like this will be your like the last IP, and what will be your next IP? It is nothing but your 255 octet is completed. So you increment this 15 once, then I am basically cutting this for another 4000 IPs. That's why I have incremented this 16, and then I need to paste this. Now look, 4000 IPs. Now let's create this another public. So 02 is created. Not now. Let's create this very quickly. This application to private subnet. If any one of you have still some kind of doubt, you can ask. Why it is taking a lot. Private 01. You go in 1A. I am deploying the private. Let's create another one. So I have documented this thing because otherwise I need to calculate this thing to make things very quicker. 02. Then another availability zone B. So what you have created, you can basically come here in the VPC and you can just hover this and you will see the CIDRs of like the CIDR mapping. Look here, the public one, This one created the private one, this private 01 and private 0. Like by default, you have not created any a specific route table. This thing I have explained how you create public and private route table. So by default, this VPC has a main route table. That's why it is showing this mapping. Now let's bifurcate this as a public and private route table. But before that, let's create a internet gateway first, because you need to mention test IG. You need to provide this internet gateway in your public route table. Let's create test public RT. You need to choose the VPC. This is testing VPC which we are using. Create. Now basically you need to associate that subnet. So you need to edit this subnet association. I have choose this public one and this public one, which is in different AGs. So it is associated here. You can see public 0 and public 02. Okay. The another one like private test private RT. Choose this VPC, create route table, and you need to associate this. Click here, private 01, private 02, and save this. So by default it is associated with the main route table. Now you can go and check the mappings here. Test VPC resource map. Here you can see now this public one is associated with all this both public and this private route table associated with this private. Now this public route table, let's go and associate this public route table with the internet gateway, because you need to make your subnet as public. That's why you need to associate it with internet gateway. I believe resource is not created yet. You need to attach. Oh, you need to attach this with the VPC first. Testing VPC, attach. Then you come here, internet gateway. Only I need to refresh this page. Uh, Anyone has like any doubt like why I have put this 000?
It should be
Yes,
open for global network, right?
it should be.
Open for global network to accept all requests.
Yeah, like few like I believe you got this, but rest people like you got this. Like why I have put this 000? Yes, no.
Yes, Deepak, understood.
Yes.
Look, now you can see the mapping clearly here. Look here, internet gateway and public subnet is like marked with green. This one, this one. So any resources, any virtual machine you deploy here, how your traffic will go out? It will go out like this way. This through this route table and through internet gateway, the traffic will go out. And this private route table, you have associated it with this two private subnet, and that's why your traffic currently it cannot go out, but you need to create a NAT gateway. We'll do like check how you create and attach any NAT gateway. But till then, is this clear? Then we'll provision EC2s and look, we'll move to next step. Is everyone clear till here?
Yes, Deepak.
Yes.
Okay, great. The new one, like Java came I'm not sure who came, whose first session, who came, whose session is this one, the first one, like you guys got. If not, like I believe there is few confusion you guys will be having, but carefully look like what I am doing, and just go to the previous recording, and you will relate as soon as you like watch that recording. You will relate what I am doing here. That's my recommendation. Okay, now let's move to another resource like EC2, how you provision EC2 and all. So this is EC2. EC2 is nothing but elastic compute. So you come here and oh, this is now let's go to here. This is always check this region where are you deploying the resources. So let's launch. This cloud gives you a lot of flexibility. Otherwise, you need to, if you have to provision any servers, you need a lot of cables and a lot of raw CPU memory, and then you need to provision like bare metal server or the hypervisor. You need to install all of those kind of thing. But this cloud make everything easy. Test server, just few click, you can just go and provision any server. So this is basically here you can quick start. This is nothing but the Linux version, like the operating system you choose here, the Windows operating system, RF, Red Hat, or Debian kind of. Currently, I am choosing this Ubuntu for simplicity. Some of your current settings may change, remove, visit changes. Okay, so here you can go. This is in free tier. That's why I'm choosing this. And explicitly, you can come here and choose. So basically, this instance type basically tells you what kind of like how much CPU, how much memory your server will be having, and there is a family structure of compute is there. Uh, you can come below what kind of like you want this two CPU or two memory. You can choose from here, and this public key. Let's cover this concept because this is very important. Like I'm not sure like if you guys are aware of few of you guys like I believe yeah, you guys are aware like what is this key? Yes, no.
Yes.
Okay, let's cover this very quickly. So when you provision any server, let's EC2. So there is a concept of key pair, public and private key. So there is a process through which, let's say you are sitting in your home and you want to access this server which is deployed in AWS cloud, how you can access or get inside this server. So there is a way. This is there is a way what is called secure shell. So there is a utility which will help you as a such utility, or there are a lot of utilities like putty is there which you can download and you can use. But how fundamentally this work is that uh, when you provision any this EC2, you need to create any key pair. So there is a public key and there is a private key. So private key, like it will be injected in your by AWS to your virtual machine, and it shares a public key with you. So you use this public key, and through this public key, you get inside this server. How you get inside this server? Let's see. So let's create a key pair. How I can Create a public key. You need to provide the name, then create a key pair. As soon as you click this, there is a key which get downloaded here, and then you need to edit this. Basically, you want to deploy this into your VPC, this testing VPC which we have created, and then public 01, and then you need to enable this. If you not enable this, you cannot log into this system. So that's why public IP I want. Then everything by default. I will not go much more deep inside this. I'm basically increasing the root volume storage like the disk in this virtual machine here. Let's go and launch. So that's how you create any virtual machine. It will create, like, it will take some time, and you will see the virtual machine getting provision here. Let's go and grab this download ls-lh grab chmod 400 this. Let's wait here, and once this is in available mode, we'll go inside in this server. So it is running. So the one way is that you come here and you can connect through console EC2 SSH. Then it will log in as a root user. You come here and you just click here, and you are now inside the server. Look, who am I? So you are logged in as a Ubuntu user. This is one way, and this is another way. SSH -I. You provide the key which AWS has provided us, provided you. Then you use the user, and then you need to provide the IP, the public IP. If you try this, you cannot do this because this IP is not the public IP. That's why it is not working. You cannot go to private IP, but you need to provide this public IP. If you enter this, it will ask you for confirmation, then enter. Look, now I am inside this user IP, this virtual machine. I am inside this virtual machine. So is this thing clear till this?
Yes, Deepak.
Like till this, like for how many people this thing is quite new? You can raise your hand, or everyone knows this thing, this concept, or have done hands-on. Everyone knows.
Uh,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay. Mm, so this is one thing. Now let's check one thing. I want to showcase you guys like this. Let's provision another like private server. Ubuntu. Then you choose this. Everything is default. Let's choose this, and then networking you need to choose. So here, if I want to choose the private subnet, what I will choose? You guys tell me. I want to
Private
deploy
subnet. So
Yeah.
private
So
02.
anywhere you can deploy in anywhere. So
Yes.
in 01 or 02, so these are private. So let's associate a public IP. We'll look if this will work or not. So what do you think? Where if I want to log in to this private, will this work or not?
No,
Okay, let's check.
because the private server not linked to the IG, right? As per my understanding. And we have not created the NAT.
Yeah, but if we associate it with NAT, then
Then we have to enable the security group for the to open a port. Then I think we can do.
okay, let's go. Click. Let's try to log in from here. See, you are not able to log in, not able to establish. Let's try this public IP. So there is a tool you can use to check connectivity. You guys know Telnet,
Yes.
what it does.
It basically try to establish a connection. We can do similarly by the pin, but it is more advanced.
Okay. So Telnet 22 port. I'm trying to establish connection. Okay, it is trying, but let's check with the server which was public. So this was the server which was public. Yes or no? Test server, the first server which we have created. Telnet, IP, then port. Look here connected. Do you guys know why I am using this 22 here?
Because it open on a port, right? The 22 is a port for the telnet.
No. Anyone else? Okay, let me explain.
I think SSH port is 22.
It's a
Yeah.
SSH port.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is a daemon service which is running here. It is nothing but SSH. Uh, SSH process is running, and it is running and getting exposed to 22 port here. The 22 port. So uh, from here, my laptop, I am trying to basically I got the public IP, and this telnet basically checking if you are able to connect to this port or not. This is doing this whole command means that only telnet, then the IP, then the port. But here, if you see connection to the address, operation timeout, so it is not able to connect to that private server. Got? Yes, no.
Yes.
One another thing I want to showcase you guys. So this is nothing but I am teaching you uh, like debugging where what all scenarios you guys can stuck because these are nothing but fundamentals. So here you can see this virtual machine is associated with this security group. Let's try a simple thing. I want to go here. Let's go inside this. You have seen here public IP of the first server. It is able to connect. Now let's go. Can someone answer like now I am able to connect or not?
Oh no, it will not connect.
Why?
that SSH permission, that in the security group you have added that rule, right? So you have deleted,
Yeah.
it will not.
Yeah, so it is not able to still, this is a private server, still I am not able to establish connection because in security group I have not whitelisted. Uh, it's still trying. In some time it will like connection timeout and all of those things you will get. If this one unable to connect to remote host, timeout. Now let's try this SSH. Anyone knows like what this website will provide?
Yeah,
This will
currently it will.
provide, yeah. Let's go here and /32. And look, I have opened this SSH port. Now what do you think? Will I be able to connect? Yes, no.
Yes, I think.
Look, can someone try to connect with this server? C2, like I am able to connect. So now I have whitelisted that SSH port. So you guys will also be able to connect. Can someone try? Like you guys can try. Where is the chat? I don't. There's no chat window. This team has no chat window. Or am I not able to? Can someone try to ping this IP? Uh, I have pasted. Where should I paste this IP? Okay, let me open my Scali.
What's the IP?
Okay, just write 44.215
Done.
109. Check if you are able to connect or not. Are you able to?
Checking.
It will show trying. Is this showing trying or connected? If you are able to connect, like it will connect very quickly. If it is showing trying, it will not. What it is showing?
Mm,
It is
I
able to
need to
or not?
install. No, I need to install. Let me ping because Telnet is not installed in my machine.
Okay, no issue. So let me explain. You will not be able to because if you carefully see here, none of you can because there is a reason. If you
Yeah,
carefully see, this is nothing but the public IP of my router.
it's giving
And
me timeout.
yeah, you will not be able to. Let me do one change. And now, uh, now just try. It will show connected. Look, you will also get this same as connected. Why? Because there is a router which has a public IP of mine. I have whitelisted here in the security group layer of this virtual machine, and I have whitelisted only my public IP. That's why it will allow only me to log in into this system. But the configuration change here is telling now I have reconfigured this, and now this will allow any of you to log in into this public virtual machine. So this means all IPs, any IP. Yes, no, not getting anything.
Deepak, I do have one question.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Let's assume that we do have one jump server installed, okay, in same
Okay,
VPC, and
okay.
there is no internal route transaction available, okay. And if I try to establish a transaction using that IP from the jump server with the private server, then is it possible?
From the germ server to private server, yes, it is
Yeah,
possible
okay.
because there is a reason. So for rest, let me explain what it is saying now. Let's say this is your VPC, and this is nothing but your like this is nothing but your public subnet, this green one, and there is a uh, virtual machine deployed here inside your public subnet. Okay. This public subnet means you can directly reach out to this server, whatever server deployed here in the public subnet, you can directly ping or you can directly reach out, get inside this server. But what he is saying is that uh, there is a private subnet here. We have multiple, like two private subnet. So if there is any server deployed here, let's say this is another EC2 in private subnet. If I logged in into this VM, can I reach from here to here? Is this possible? Yeah, this is possible. Can you reach from directly here to here? No, this is not possible. And there is one more question you have asked. Yeah, I can reach out from here to this private subnet if I deploy a NAT gateway. Let me show you the NAT gateway fundamentals, like what is NAT gateway. Let's go here. This is NAT gateway. So what is NAT gateway? So there, let's create this first and then I will explain. Test NAT. You go here and you provision this. The public connectivity automatic uh, manual IP assignment. It will automatically like provision NAT gateway for you. So now this NAT gateway you need to attach Elastic IP. It is pending. Let's wait for a while. So this NAT gateway is nothing but a gateway which will provide internet to the virtual machine which is deployed in your private subnet. So we'll test two cases here. Let So there is a router. You need to configure this in the private router. You come here, you add a route here, and you go here, NAT Gateway. Now you will be able to see the NAT here, testnet which you created. Then you save this. If you come here, VPC resource mapping, here you come, and here you see NAT gateway, which is associated with the private route table, and this private route table is associated with your private subnet. Now you are saying, if I attach this, I can directly reach out to that private server. Let's try this. You come here and you just go here, public, then telnet, IP, then 22, enter. So look, you're not able to, still you are not able to. Clear?
Security group policies. The port
You
is
can check.
open.
Yeah. Look here, security group 22000.
Okay.
You cannot reach that server. But
why?
because it's a private server. If let me log in into that public server. There is a reason. I will explain. I want to show you this also. Oh, this utility, I believe. Then let's take the private IP of this private server. You come here, you copy the private server IP. Oh, sorry. Here. Currently, I am logged in into the public server. No. Then you do 22, enter. Look, you are able to connect. So if there is a key here, so you also can go inside. If you see pictorially, currently I am standing here, the public server. So what I am trying to do from here, I am just like using telnet command, and I wanted to connect this virtual machine through 22 port. So now I am able to reach here. Even though you plug out that NAT gateway, still you are able to. So the cases are very endless. So the last thing which I want to explain you is that this NAT gateway, if you use NAT gateway, this NAT gateway is used for patching of your private public server, like private server. If you want to patch this server, update this server, or want to download any binary here, that's why NAT gateway is used. NAT gateway will provide you internet connectivity of your private servers. You can try to reach or initiate the traffic from inside this server to somewhere like Google domain or something, but you cannot reach this server from somewhere in the internet directly here. That's why most people choose to deploy their databases here in the private subnet, because you cannot directly reach out to this private server, like private machine, whichever deployed in the private server. But the traffic which is initiated from inside is only the traffic which is allowed. So this is fundamental concept of NAT gateway, internet gateway, how you create VPC networking, subnet, route tables, and all of those things. This is the only thing you need to understand, and there are endless scenarios which you will be encounter. You can come here and you can visit this blog and you can create and practice your scenarios here. Uh, yeah, that's all for today's session. You guys have any doubt, you can ask question or else we can drop.
Deepak, can you share that blog link?
Yeah, I will share with Ayush. Ayush will post
Yeah,
somewhere.
I'll
I'm
share
not.
that.
Yeah. So you guys got the understanding of networking?
Yes, Deepak.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Deepak.
Hopefully, I have explained you everything well.
Yeah, is
Okay.
there any feedback
Yes,
or
yes.
any review? Like you can share it, guys.
Yeah,
Any suggestions? Yeah, please.
we are going very speed. We are explaining very slow. Anything, whatever you feel like.
Yeah, do you need more clarification, like and like on hands-on, whatever feedback you can just give it.
I think we are going at the
Um,
right pace.
Okay, okay, Rahul.
yes, no, Trishna was there. It is okay for me, right? The whatever speed and the explanation looks fine for me. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you.
Concepts
Okay,
are
for rest,
very much.
yeah, go ahead, go
Yeah,
ahead.
Vishal. Hmm.
Concepts are very much, technically clear. Thanks for that.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Uh, okay, all right then. I'll share you guys that document in the group. Okay,
Okay, okay, thanks, guys.
okay.
Thanks for your
Thank you.
time. You can
Good
drop
night.
now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, team.
Ayush, recording. Can someone stop the recording? Hi, teams. Can someone stop the recording? I don't have any permission.